Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name is Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is the Ubiquiti UPS Tower. This is a 600 watt battery backup system. Not going to be a big technical overview, but we'll talk a bit about it as we go through. But I want to show you what you get in the box. So let's head on over. You're not going to get a lot. You're going to get a power cord. We're here in Australia, so here's our 3-pin on this side and our IEC in on this side. Then we've got the device itself. So very simple here. We have got our power on, an indicator, and our status LEDs across here. This is a usable, replaceable. So after a while, the battery, probably in a few years' time, depending on how many discharges is used, is replaceable. You can open this up here, split the cable, and then actually the battery pulls out. It's a standard 12 volt, 9 amp hour battery. Fairly easy to get to replace that. We can see we've got air intake down the side here. We've got our cooling vents on both sides. Nothing to show on the top. We've got some small feet there on the bottom. Now, this is the rest of the world device is probably the best way to talk about this. There is an American version. It's quite different to this. It has a welded in power cable on this side and has different American sockets down here. This one here does 170 volts through to 280, I think it is. So this is what we call the rest of the world model. It's good for here for Australia, New Zealand and Europe, the main areas that you'll see these in. So what do we have? Our mains power in, our overload. This is 600 watts. So do remember, you need to think about how much power all of the devices you have that are connected to this will draw. So maybe you've got a PoE switch. Is that a 400 watt? How much power does it draw? Then that goes towards your 600. A UDM Pro, for example, maybe uses 50 watts. So we can then build this up. On full load, you'll get about 3 minutes of power backup. So on this side here, we've got just surge protection. So this is obviously going to help with any brownouts that you might have here in Australia, or maybe you've got a storm come through that's going to protect those devices. On this side, we've got surge plus battery backup. The combined of that needs to be less than 600 watts. Like I said, we've got power in, overload, clean Ethernet in. So this maybe is going to come from your MBN. So again, you're going to protect your Ethernet inbound. We've got our Ethernet management port up here with our reset over here. So people are saying to me, well, what are you actually going to do with these? Because this is great if I've got my UDM Pro, but I haven't got the right connector. So you want to get yourself some of these. This is an IEC or a C14, this end, which will then plug in here, or this end here, again, will then plug into your UDM SE. Or you might say, well, I've got a router that I want to protect as well. Well, maybe you get yourself one of these. 3-pin plug on this side, C14 on this side. We can plug this in, and then we can take the power pack from our router and give it some power backup as well. So hopefully that's been useful just to give you an idea of what's in the box. You want to make sure that you think about the wattage of total, so you can't overload it. If you overload it, it's not going to give you any protection. You're going to keep tripping it out as well. But hopefully that's been useful to show you what you get in the box. Head on over to our YouTube channel. Plenty more box openings on network, wireless, firewall devices, camera security, how to set up UniFi Protect, UniFi Network, and how this might operate as well. So why don't you head there, subscribe, and stay up to date.